Hi guys, I forgot to do my intro. I do have to say, I did go on a run today. I went on, no, I'm too scared for that. I went on a walk. So let me not lie to you. Oh, look at the dog. Hi. Oh. Okay, let me start again. I do need to fart, so I'm gonna fart. Obviously growing up, I think at first you start a little bit skinny or however the fuck, and then you start to gain weight. I think for me it was my boobs, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I never had them before, and now I have them, and I like I'm fully clocking, and like low key, my Marge, right, would just kind of make me feel bad for having them, or like my siblings will kind of make me feel bad about the body I have, you know. And I don't know. I can't tell if I use it for comfort. I think that is, you know, I think I'm not saying I'm super depressed and I got 101. I got 101 issues, but like, I think it gets to a point, you know, where you have to think. You're like, I'm low key not liking how I look in this outfit when I'm going to the club. Like, wagwan, wagwan. But yeah, no, being like the only girl in a house full of boys, like it makes you feel a way that you kind of, I don't know. I think it's also because of how men look at women, and then also the standards that your mum, because them things where they kind of like put so much pressure on the female to be this and that, and then they'll steady calling the female slag and this. I'm not saying that anyone's calling me a slag, but close enough, you know what I mean? So I think that on my body, and I think that might go onto the side of comfort eating and stuff like that. But I mean, I think people have grown up in a household with brothers, and it wasn't that deep. Like, I don't think it's that deep, but it still affects me. Like, I think maybe because I take things deeply, and I go, okay, I don't like this, and then people will be like, stop complaining about it, go fix it. But I think it never was an issue. Like, all these pressures before, like, I was fine how I was, then I started putting on because of how you would treat me, or how this would be, or the boundaries I can't hold up as a young child, because I'm a middle child, by the way, but I can't hold like these pressures. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? These boulders are gonna start fucking coming in, and what am I gonna do? Like, a child can't really do anything. So yeah, I'm complaining because I'm complaining for that young child who was defenseless, like, who didn't really know nothing about nothing, and then kind of stripping away, not saying anything happened, but like stripping away that innocence, or like adultifying your child. I think for me, like, that does affect me, like, because then I look at my body in a weird way, and I'm like, I don't like the fact that I have this. I don't want to have no boobs, because I'm still considering having boob surgery, but at the same time, I don't know. But I think for me, I want to work on just losing the weight, period. I mean, me personally, yes, I'm doing it for aesthetics, but also for my heart, and also how I'm eating. Because how I'm eating, I feel like I just sugar. Like, bitch. And don't get me wrong, I do love a fat joke here and there if it's funny, but yeah, but I don't want to be. Don't put me in that joke. Do not put me in that joke, because I think when people start joking and stuff like that, like, I wouldn't mind if you generally love me, you like me, you want not. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you like someone, you love someone, you wouldn't. You feel me? You wouldn't bust a joke like that. Though I do love a joke here and there, 100%. I don't like fat jokes to me. But I mean, if it's funny, like my friends be like, we be back, da da da, big bag, like that's fine. If it's a funny ass joke, then 100%, and you're witty, then 100%. But I mean, at the end of the day, if that person, I just want to say this to you guys, if that person loves you, likes you, they should not be saying jokes for your expense. Friends, platonic, sexual, romantic, them out. Like, bro, like, they should know that you're the baddest bitch walking. I see a bad bitch walking. I'm like, yo, what's poppin'? Not for real. I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, like, yeah, it starts from like 15. I'll say 15. Starting to clock like how my body is. I think, because I think it's that thing of like, okay, you get your period, you grow boobs, people shame you for having boobs that you can't control, then you get a stomach, then you get a butt, you wear shorts, you're not allowed to wear that, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. So it's all these standards and all these things, or you have to be boyish. I don't feel the need to be boyish, but I do like that boyish aesthetic. Or I don't feel like I should be called a slut because of this and that. If I want to wear it, I'm gonna wear it, and you're gonna, regardless, people are gonna still call me that. But I don't expect it to come from the people I love. And don't get me wrong, I do love the boyish aesthetic, and I would definitely wear it 100%. But I don't think I should be shamed into wearing it or this. Clearly, people still do things to people who wear boys' clothes. I'm just saying, like, or people say weird things, or people act. I've seen it all. It's crazy. This world is crazy. So I think, you know, and when you don't conform to that, or you know, I mean, being in the household of, but I don't know how it goes for other people in their household where they have boys. Okay, I don't know. I think it might be it probably will get catty if you had sisters. I've always wanted sisters because we can be standing out in a club, you know what I mean? Like I've always wanted that. But even in the club, like, just that support, because I think they're taught like not to have any emotions. But I personally think, like, I was telling it to my brother when I was drunk here, but like low-key I wasn't waffling. I was really spitting. I was really spitting on the hoes. Okay, now for real, like I wasn't waffling. Like, if you ever see this and all the haters watching, you can take me, because I know how people will take this and then they will spin it and they'll be like, oh my god, this is Jane, da 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 da, look at her, oh my god, like look at me, no doja. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, I think people, a whole point is that people will say whatever, but me personally, in my household where I'm at, you hoes better not say a thing to me. But especially if I'm doing great already, like, why is it that you have to say something negative? Is it to cope for you? Like, why must you say anything negative? And maybe that's why I've been negative and being mean to people, because I feel like that's always, you know. Okay, let me not do that air quotes, because I've been mean to people. I've done shit I was not meant to be doing, and you know, it goes from there. But yeah, no, like, I think for me the crucial moments for me definitely is like when my auntie, like, for me, where it spiraled out of control and I was just emotional about it. Now if someone calls me fat, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, wash your pussy. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. Like, when there's this elephant talking, like, bro, like, I've heard it all, bro. And I'm losing weight for me. I don't know why I'm doing this before I do anything else, but like low-key, I'm losing weight for myself, because after you lose weight now, like, the whole entire world wants you. Like, I remember, okay, wait, I know I'm jumping from another topic to another topic, yeah, but I remember seeing this fine picky, no, I'm joking, crazy. I remember seeing this fine titty, that's what they call it in Sierra Leone, this fine titty, right, which means girl, this fine girl, and her name was Angela, and I was like, she went from being big to small. I was okay, period. She's staying on business now. I don't know why the world does this thing where when you lose weight. I mean, when you're, cause I was just 600 pound life. Yeah, they do this thing where they label you disgusting, but they'll never talk about the amount of rape you've gone through. They'll never talk about the amount of beatings you went through. They'll never talk about that. And don't get me wrong, I feel like sometimes they can be like, people who are 600 pounds, like, they can be very ungrateful because, like, bitch. But at the end of the day, they never want to talk about that, but they'll be so quick to call you disgusting, this, that, and then they'll be like, oh, positivity. What's all this body? Like, bro, I personally think body positivity is doing a thing that, you know, keeps you healthy. Loving yourself now, because you eat food to cope with something, so experiencing that, go to therapy, talk to someone if you can't afford it, because in this economy. But yeah, no, and it's also self-love to me as well. Like, it's body positivity and it's self-love to do it for yourself, to get up even when you feel like you don't really have a, like, why am I here, or whatever, like, getting up just to see how you would look like when you were skinny and bad. You're still bad. Even when you was fat, you're still bad. Wait, you know, but you was dying low key. And even then, like, people get skinny and really, really skinny to the point where they're anorexic, and it's still a problem. So people always got a problem, and it is a problem, like, health wise. But my point once again is to find the help and to get up, because it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. But back to my point, sorry, because I keep going everywhere. My whole point is to get up, fuck what a nigga gotta say, because a nigga will always have something to say. And the people who are trying to help you, you try to embrace that, and I think you also try to understand, like, lean into the emotion. Because I feel like that's the thing, we always run away from emotions, and that's our problem. That's our problem. We always try to run away from our emotions. We try to run away from this, or we call it sensitivity, but then and that's what I was always thinking, like, bro, whatever you try and run from, you can't run from. Right, to Tyler Creator, but whatever you try and run from, it's gonna always chase you. Yeah, I'm saying that. Whatever you try to run from is always gonna chase you. Whatever you say, oh, boys don't cry, it's always gonna chase you. Why do I know this? How can I see this? When you see men going, oh, I don't cry, and when you see these people saying, oh, you shouldn't feel this, but that's how he was born on this earth, to feel, to do, to whatever, and that's the first thing you have your feelings, right? It doesn't mean always act on it, it doesn't mean I act on it, but to feel it, or bitch, if you try to suppress it in an unhealthy way, because at the end of the day, that's how you're born. You see, in fact, I don't even have to try and you see the consequences of men suppressing themselves and doing this, and instead of saying fuck what I gotta say, you see it live out in action on the news. Like, you see it. Do I gotta do this with you right now? And that's why I kind of just don't give a fuck about if someone outside of my circle says anything to me, because it's like, do you see yourself? Like, you're a big hater, and it's crazy because a lot of those people are religious. It's so crazy because a lot of you hoes is religious. So I don't know. Are you struggling though? Okay, let me start. And I'm not saying I'm the most perfect person, because I'm not. Pray to God, you know, to give you serenity. And I don't read the Bible, but but that could be dyslexia, okay, baby. It's not an excuse. It's just another barrier we need to cross. But no. Back to my motherfucking point. I've definitely made mistakes, but my whole point is to love yourself regardless, and to make up for those mistakes genuinely, and get up and try again, and do it again. And those parts where you fail is so important. There's parts where you know, it's very important to feel that, instead of eating it away, or instead of doing this, or instead of running away from it, talking to people, because I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, people are so quick to be like, you're disgusting, you're this, you're that, but never want to see the part where you got raped, never want to see the part where you got beat, never want to see the part where you failed, They don't want to see the part where you took up for yourself. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't want to see any of that. But so quick to call you fat, or so quick to call you this, call you that. Like, I'm so tired of this world. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm so happy I stuck with my empathy and never. And I've got 2 boys in this household, so I'm trying to tell you, like, I've definitely heard a boy shouldn't cry. Oh, you're a man. Or because we've seen how that ends up on the news. To women, we get the brunt of that shit. To themselves, they get the brunt of that shit. Want to know why? Because look at the suicide rate to men to women ratio. Like, I know I'm seeing a pattern here. Like, if I'm not, then, you know. But if you see it too, then I'm a philosophist. Well, you call it a philosophist. If you see that too, then I'm a philosophist. But yeah, this is just to say, I was just watching £600 Life, and that's just what I realized. You know what I mean? I realized I gotta get up and try myself, because if niggas from £600 Life, because I feel like them motherfuckers are dropping weight. Some of them are trying, and don't get me wrong, I actually, I don't want to say I'm appreciative, I don't want to say I admire, but like, the ones that do it, you know, the ones that really stick it through, you know, like, it's inspiring, because I've not changed. I've either been getting fat, and then I'll stay stagnant, and get a little fatter, and then stay stagnant, and then get a little fatter, and then stay stagnant. Like, right now, I have not gotten bigger, I have not gotten smaller. I can't really tell actually, but people say I'm getting smaller. I don't see it, baby. I think I'm just the same, a little bit chubbier actually. But yeah, I'm trying to just get the aesthetics, because I'm here to make it aesthetically pleasing for myself. And for the haters, really, so they can at least have something great to look at. I mean, there's always something great to look at over here. I'm not gonna cap. No, I ain't great to look at. But I low-key just want to shit on people. I just want to shit on hoes. Like, I think also I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't be sad. I shouldn't be any of those things. Because I think I do feel things deeply, and I want to be met with the same depth. And maybe that's why I come into, like, friction with people, because I think more time is, I'm not saying what it is I want to say. I'm not, they're someone, or they're being someone who they want to be, but I'm not being who I want to be. And when I do be who I want to be, that gets shut down by the someone that they want to be. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I really hate that. I'm being who you liked, who I was. You feel me? We clicked. I want to be who I want to be. You want to be who you want to be, but you want to keep going with me. You see me on the playground, you're like, oh, girl, I like your vibe. We go together, right? We friends. We maybe we more than that. I don't know. Cause I don't know. You see me aesthetically, you go, you're a bit fat. You're a bit this. So there's always something there, and I think that will also kind of, like, I don't know if it's being said or if it's being shown then said, because sometimes they show and not tell. But for me, I self-sabotage, because I feel like I self-sabotage like a bitch, gaslight like a bitch, because I don't want to be around you if you're not going to let me express myself. And I already know the people, I already see the people you hang out with, or I already know how you act, or I've got a preconceived how you act, because based off how people treat me before, or based off of how you act, based off the people who you are with. It isn't necessarily just because you hang out with people who look a certain way or behave a certain way. It depends how they behave, though. It doesn't mean that you're that certain way. It depends how they act. Now, if they act a certain way and you're with those people, then you are who you surround yourself around. Now, if they look like, okay, they're gonna fucking rob someone, but they don't, they're really good people, then, like, you know what I mean? Like, appearance, you know, prejudice is what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't be prejudiced, but if they acting, then maybe I might have to be prejudiced. If they acting, okay, wait, no, but that just contradicts what I'm saying. Anyway, that's not my whole point is, I feel like I don't express that I'm not loved, or I feel, and even if I do, that once again with the feeling shit, it gets shut down. So I think it's all about how you express And if you don't feel comfortable expressing to that person, then that person's not for you. If you feel like, someone made a great point. Someone said, if you feel like you feel confused when you're with someone, you feel like, oh, rah, like, am I loved? Like, rah, this, that. Then that's not for you. That person's not your friend. That person's not your boyfriend, girlfriend. That person's not for you. So, me personally, I've never been in love, so don't ask me. Never ask me. But if that person makes you second guess shit, and sometimes it can be yourself, but then that's even more of a better thing to say, no, I don't want to be in this thing until I'm ready. And then you work on yourself and you realize what it is you're ready for. But don't waste that person's time. Don't waste your time when you know, this is not for me. Because it can be you, and when you realize that it is you, like, at least you didn't hurt other people in the making of that. Or if it is them, then bitch, you didn't get hurt in the process. So I think, you know, and that goes for a lot of things. I like how we got that from obesity. Anyways, see the clips. I think I'm just gonna put this with the other clips. Cause what if it ain't? What if it ain't? Like, cause I've been so stuck. Like, you hoes don't actually understand how stuck I've been. Like, when I say stuck, I don't know what to put on here. Like, I just want to post. But when I post, I feel like they're gonna be shit posting, because I don't actually know until it's something great, and I'm like, oh, something great. Shit posting. Imagine bust down wig, bust down rolling avalanche, bust down. See how unserious I'm being? Like, I should have been crying so I can make it real, so I can make this real dramatic. But I was trying to get them emotions out, because I'm trying to be an actor, guys, and I'm trying to get them emotions out. Like, so I look like I can act. How could you do this? Wait, no, that's too. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, bye.